Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm NegPrimer and we are jumping back into Knights of the Old Republic 2 Sith Lords. So I was gonna stream yesterday, but I actually was not feeling well. I got a major headache after being busy with friends and whatnot for the rest of the weekend. Like I said, I was gonna stream last night, got a huge headache, couldn't really stand or listen to any kind of noise. Alright, but we up the entrance. Yeah, so we have done everything that Mandalore here has asked us to do, as well as anything else that the Mandalorians wanted.
You defeated Braylor in the battle circle. Either you're very lucky, or you're a lot tougher than you look. Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly of your work. Zuka told me you helped out with some repairs around the base. I was hoping you'd prove yourself more with a lightsaber, but it's certainly a great help. The gate guard said you managed to kill a Zakeg. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned some respect around here. Sarga told me that you returned one of our sheep to the herd. You have gained some small prestige by helping Kumas. How many Kanaks did you have to kill to find those parts for Zuka? That was a tremendous help. I won't forget it. You've made quite a reputation around here. You did better than I thought you could. I was planning on heading to Isis tomorrow, but I'll move up the timetable and take you now. You won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything from your ship, I'd do it now.
Nope. I set off the permacrete detonator.
I know, it made quite a racket. Good work.
Yeah, I called a pack of bomas.
That's to be expected. They don't really like it when someone makes loud noise in their territory. It wouldn't be much of a test if all you had to do was take a hike through the jungle, now would it? You're alive, in one piece, and learn something about the beasts of the jungle.
Oh, I got another lightsaber. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I can't equip him with a lightsaber, so for now it's just gonna be set aside. But so, that was a pretty good rundown of what all we accomplished last episode. Anything new about the scouts from the third ship?
Kelborn told me that they were covert military and probably aligned with Colonel Tobin from Isis. Kelborn doesn't think they'll send out any more scouts, but that doesn't mean there aren't more of them out there.
Isis. Tell me about Colonel Tobin.
Colonel Tobin is General Vaklu's right-hand man. Despite his martial skill, he handles himself as a functionary more than a warrior. Back when we were fighting Vaklu's resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, Vaklu wouldn't have any use for a poisonous Kinrath like Tobin. But Vaklu seems to have adapted well to peacetime.
What can you tell me about Onderon?
When you were last here, you probably didn't even go to Onderon.
Nope.
The Republic knew that Onderon's fate would be decided on its jungle moon, not the planet itself.
I think we have already done this.
When you talk about Onderon, you're really talking about the ancient walled city of Isis. It's the only inhabited settlement on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. They're sad people. I have something.
We already asked him all about that. Let's go.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out.
Cool.
How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
Hello.
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes. The Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor 5, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Okay.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
Yeah, she seems to have this weird habit.
1, 2, 3. Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Why are there Sith here?
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Okay. Bye. Why are you here instead of on the ship where I left you? Yeah? Less than 3 characters. I can have... No, okay. Yeah, I want to keep it the same way it was. Master Force Scream. Still more. I don't know how these guys got here. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like any of them really dropped anything. So let's see. Hello. Why did one of the Mandalorians just go stealth?
You were the only ones with stealth generators,
Oh.
did you?
Ha.
Over here. There are more of them. For Mandalore!
Oh, damn. Try and save. I had to work on a couple of them. Oh shoot. Another big group. Oh no! Oh, he's all the way over there. That's why I'm not seeing him. Keep an eye on him. So yeah, I'm starting to go back to what I was intending to do this whole time and play through my Steam library.
Yeah?
Which is what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. Bump. Alright. There's a lot of these jerk-offs around here. They actually dropped some remains over there.
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis.
There's still fighting
I think
going
it's
on.
best for both of us if we head to Isis immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
Do I... Oh, I can only take one of them with me. Well, let's take Bowder, and that way we make sure we have as much as possible as far as like tech abilities and everything. It sounds like there might be some fighting, but not an infinite amount. Thanks, Windows. Glad those Windows updates are not showing up. Just fly from one planet to the other. From the moon to the planet. Looks a bit like Mos Eisley. Kind of a unique style to it, though. Doesn't really look like anything else we've seen. Yeah, we already saw that.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty, but there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
So, like, so weird that they give us a view of what stuff looks like.
Here we are, the city of ISIS. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city.
Where are you?
Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square.
Is that ship?
It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Mixed? You seriously come here wearing that? See, it's got kind of a unique style. Little vistas like this are things that make me really want a remake of these. Because they could do a lot with this right here. The character models and stuff like that, I don't need a ton done with them. I mean, it would be good, but the big thing are the vistas.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
What's going on here?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Okay, what news on the blockade?
Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were your friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Why are they priceless?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
Okay, how's the situation here?
There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaklu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common.
Why are... Okay, can I go now?
Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Starport visa. Okay, so...
You again? You don't need to see me if you want to leave the city. Once you get to the starport, you're done with the bureaucracy.
So Onderon is actually an ancient planet.
General Vaklu was an underground resistance
that
leader
at
during
this
the
point in the
Mandalorian
EU
occupation.
and the expanded universe.
He's a real hero.
Shut up. Jesus, there's a lot of noises here. At the point when this game came out, Onderon was already a known planet, and it has history dating back thousands of years before the events of this game, I believe. I'm pretty sure at least 1,000. Come here, you're weak and scrawny without my powerful weapons and defenses. Special sale just for you. What do you know about Ziz? It's turning to a soil heap here. The general is an evil man who won't let me sell stuff. That went by really fast. What do you know about the Queen and the General Vaklu? Queen, some say is weak, others no. She wants to stay with the Republic. Vaklu thinks the Republic is terrible. Is trouble. Republic brings miseries to his planet. Vaklu is evil because he won't let me sell my goods in the city. Alright, what do you have for sale? Anything that's not allowed inside the city. Because they think they don't need to defend themselves. Okay. He's got a Norris robe and a Dark Jedi robe. Uh-huh. I don't really know what Mandalore has. But nothing here is really sticking out too much. Let's take a look at Mandalore real quick. Cannot equip or change that armor. Can I look at it? Okay. And then he has a repeating blaster rifle. Let's look what Mandalore has here. I'm gonna make stealth a class skill for him. And then that will let me do stuff. Gearhead. Demolitions and stealth. Yeah, that'll let me have like a more well-rounded team here, since I think stealth will be the one thing that we're still missing. I'm actually gonna do intelligence. I want to get this up to +2, so we're getting 3 points per level. Da-da. And then that way I can fully max out at least 2 abilities. And then everything else will be playing catch up. Or a third power will be at least. Okay, so now that I've done those, could do this demolitions and stealth +1 to it. Let's grab vitality recovery. Mobility, reaction time, speed. Stealth moves swiftly and still remain hidden. Alright. Took me a bit to get that all the way up. Demolitions and stealth. That'll help me get demolitions up as well. Got a lot of levels on him. Fighting, range weapons, and close combat. Sure. The strength, melee damage, and chance to hit. But it's not, he's not really using any close quarters combat. So why wouldn't I do dexterity? Why wouldn't dexterity already be higher? Is the real question there. Precise shot. Oh, we're still going. I thought that might have been it. That was it. Okay. Computer use security, fortitude, and demolitions. Oh, none of those. Persuade and charisma. Okay.
Yeah?
Let's go ahead and level up my character as well. It's interesting why was awareness already at 21. Let's heal. Oh, I got a couple levels to go. That's weird. Okay, then where were we with this? Let's just do that. Do deflection, redirection, I guess is what it's called here. Okay. Oh, hello. Tame Canuck. Appears restless.
Fair winds to you,
Beast
Offworld.
Rider.
Is it too much to hope that you are a Talosian merchant?
Yes? I'm not a merchant.
The winds still taste of misfortune. Our beasts will continue to wait in their cages.
Why do you have so many in cages?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now...
Okay, so who are you?
I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here.
We keep hoping that Ithorians or Talosians get through the Space Force's searches, so that we can sell them.
Okay, well, tell me about the Beast Riders.
Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Onderon. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Isis and sentenced to die by the beasts of the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Isis for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Galia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples. But now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air.
Okay, so how are they unraveling?
Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaklu argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the world and cannot be calmed. And we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day.
Okay. Why is it hard to enter the city? Did we already
No
answer
one
that?
is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of ISIS.
Okay. So why does Talos want your beasts?
Telos needs new ecosystems if the reclamation efforts on the planet are to succeed. Ethor, Onderon, and Duxon are rich in food chains necessary to create new life on Telos and sustain it.
Although some of your terms are unknown to me, what you say is true. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade.
That'll be another death blow to Telos if no new ecosystems can be brought to the planet. The Ithorians are only part of the equation.
Your friend is correct. Much harm is being done on both sides as long as the blockade is in effect.
Okay. Well, they seem restless.
They have been kept in their cages for a long time. But yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them. Frightening. Perhaps it is the city itself. ISIS has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets.
Cool. Too traumatized to speak with me. What? Did I miss something? Sorry, I'm gonna reload that real quick. Too traumatized to speak with me. That's a weird one.
Calm. What?
Ah.
Run! The bomber is out of control!
Out of control. Beast trick.
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in.
What stories are you talking about?
The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts.
As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Thank you for the credits. They aren't necessary.
Please keep them. It salves the shame my beast's behavior has brought me.
Okay. I'll be going. So, so do you want to take a quick second here and kind of explain Onderon here a little bit? Because we have these beast riders. The planet here was settled by humans, and then those humans, let's see, around 4400 BBY, so about 400 years or so before this game, humans arrived and humans had already arrived and started setting up these walled cities to protect themselves from outside animals, hostile animals. And then geez, some of the sound effects in this game are really loud. And then a Sith named Freedom Nad discovered this planet and started taking over the planet. He took over the planet and then sent all of the convicts and any criminals and political opponents and anything, he sent them outside the wall to die, basically. But instead of dying, they turned into these beast riders. They learned there's flying beasts out here. They learned how to fly those. They learned how to tame these creatures and all sorts of things. And then there was basically, it looks like a 350 or a 400-year war against these people that had developed a civilization outside in the forests. And then during the Exar Kun War, Onderon found out about the Republic and joined and made allegiances with them, and that was about 40 years or so before the events of this game. That's the war that Jolie was involved in, for a reference point.
I can't believe that the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession. We should declare war.
So there's kind of this
that
tenuous...
That space battle's caused hell with our schedules. Our quotas for shipments are going to be late again.
Nice hair, dude. There's kind of this tenuous allegiance.
In the latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel, and it destroyed 15 Onderon military fighters before being destroyed by Colonel Tobin's forces. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
That sounds... Ebon Hawk sure sounds dangerous.
The Republic state is deadlocked on how to proceed in the wake of the Paragas disaster. Scientific experts indicate that if the fuel problem isn't solved, then the Telosian restoration project is in grave jeopardy. Paragas station requires constant fuel, reported one senior scientist. Over time, its orbit will degrade and it will crash into the atmosphere. Many political careers are tied to the success or failure of the TRP. If it falls, there could be a major shift in power in the Republic Senate.
Okay, let's listen to one more.
One of the greatest mysteries in recent memory is the dissolution of the Jedi Order. Today, Republic intelligence analysts have released a declassified report that sheds new light into this mystery. It is public knowledge that the Jedi Order suffered extreme casualties during the Jedi Civil War, but the new intelligence report indicates evidence of even greater casualties after the war. Murders, accidents, and the Mira Luca tragedy had a profound impact on the number of Jedi. The report claims that there are even bounties on the remaining Jedi. The report concluded that the Jedi Order may be completely extinct now. Whether this was coincidence or conspiracy is still unknown.
Okay.
Halt, Offworlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Isis?
Yeah, let's just skip the formalities, buddy.
Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
Yep. Merchant Quarter. So yeah, they do have rather strained relationships.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for ISIS
Oh.
Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
What's going on?
This spy has been using his position as a journalist to spread lies and dissent among our people. No doubt he's been up to other treasonous activities as well.
But that's just crazy. I was a member of the Resistance. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars.
Yes, and your disloyalty now deeply sickens me.
Do you have some kind of warrant?
Warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave ISIS or go underground.
Journalists is poor cover for a spy. They're not well known for their discretion.
This is just because I try and expose the web of lies that...
Enough out of you! Perhaps this traitor is more of an agent provocateur, sent by the Republic to sow dissent in our ranks.
Any kind of proof?
That is classified military information.
Yeah, how many other journalists are being rounded up?
I don't have time to answer your barbed questions, off-worlder.
Persuade you're violating his rights. I'll make sure that story gets out.
Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting
Just
out
like
of
that,
ISIS
huh?
now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Creepy ass stuff here.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This terminal is restricted to military personnel only.
My bad, dude. Hello. You got two little kids here. I like that you guys are all just lined up waiting for me, apparently.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa?
What do you mean?
My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on ISIS, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed.
Your kids don't really look a whole lot like you. I sense that you're not telling me something.
I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us?
Yeah, if you expect me to help you, you gotta tell the truth.
My husband, he was part of the ISIS Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu to protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
I'll see what I can do.
Captain, you're back. My husband...
Okay. The war's coming. She's just repeating. That's funny. So she wants help getting off.
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal.
Sounds valuable. Certainly someone will pay more.
I only know of one person who might offer something comparable. And what's going on there is illegal. I'm a legitimate trader, so there's no risk. There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your life. She's trouble. I wouldn't deal with her.
She, huh? Who is she?
I want nothing to do with her. If you want to get involved with that sort of person, you'll have to figure it out on your own.
Well, is there something else we can talk about?
No, I don't think so. It's really very simple. We don't have anything more to talk about, unless you get an extra visa.
Okay, then. Another news hologram soldier. Captain Riken. Animal's still looking restless. Let's talk to Captain Riken then.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Off-Worlder. How can I assist you?
Why so many beast cages around?
Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Isis.
What's the tower?
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Isis is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city. Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders.
What's a Drexel?
A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago.
Yeah, so why aren't the Beast Riders our enemies anymore?
About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people.
So you're still allies?
It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Isis. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who are no better than thugs. Certainly, things are quiet, right?
Yeah, there certainly do seem to be a lot of soldiers.
These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it.
Yeah, how did you get in trouble?
Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian.
Yeah, who else can I talk to?
The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad.
Alright, well, anything else?
Gladly.
Nope.
Stay out of trouble.
Okay, well. Get going.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right?
Yeah.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here.
Okay. Yeah, why can you only sell with starport visas?
General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy.
So you're happy then?
Of course. Soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu!
Okay. Well, what do you sell?
Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the General decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Gag?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
Alright, what else can you tell me about Aziz?
Oh, everything is great here. We're all very happy. Oh, very happy.
Yeah, seems like it. Well, let me show you. Show me what you got. What you got? Zeeson Shaw Initiative. Jill Shay. Mandalorian Heavy Suits. Sith Battle Suit. Heavy Combat Suit. Strength Enhancer. Yeah, I don't know. I've yet to find any merchant that has anything that really like sticks out. Oh, some HK50s.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation.
These guys are dying really easy to a lightsaber. There's nothing back here. That's kind of interesting. They're just chilling out in the back corner. Computer I can hack, but let's, what is going on here?
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
Me?
Yes, you! It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future.
It's not really my concern. I don't live here.
Leave here, off-worlder. My words are meant for the sons and daughters of Onderon. Your type continues to plunder our world, and we have nothing to show for it. Be gone!
Calm down
That's
a little
enough,
bit with
Parmar.
that.
If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier, but I'll keep my peace. For now.
For now.
If I speak more right now, the soldiers will arrest me.
These are dangerous times.
We're gonna have to find another source of cheap fuel now that we're...
General Barker is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
Okay. Well, Deveronian. Vaklu cut himself from the Republic. It's foolish and there's no solitude where civilization prospers. You don't understand the people here. They're proud and fought many and adversaries, and are mostly by themselves anyways. They give a lot to the Republic and see little in return. Vaklu believes independence will be in Aziz's best interest. Republic fight battles to free Onderon from Mandalorians. Should be thankful. Queen Talia is... Mandalorians have never been to that moon. If it weren't for Exar Kun, and he was a fallen Jedi. What do you think of Talia? She works with the Republic and rules peacefully and is popular. Her intentions are good, but those close to power see the mistakes she makes. Nobles, high-ranking military all support Vaklu. Does not have experience, which Aziz needs in these times. Okay, I don't know much about Vaklu. Vaklu's a liar, twist words, tries to take the heart away from people from the rightful queen. He is a war hero, leader of the resistance in the Mandalorian Wars, man with vision and experience. May not tell the truth, but he works for the best interest of the people. Start war to oust the queen. Suffering he would bring is wrong. Okay. Who do you trust more? Good question. I don't trust Vaklu. He lies and has been caught in them before. Talia is more honorable. Question's unfair. Sometimes leaders know things the rest of us can't know. I don't trust everything he says or his people say, but he is a man of honor and he never breaks a promise. You can't trust your leader's words. How can you trust their motives? Human sentience, what do you think? I don't really know. Yeah, I think it's important to trust your leaders. So I'll support Queen Talia. Good thoughts and instincts, she'll be leader. She'll be a great leader. So they, kind of the thing with all that is it sounds a little bit like Brexit. Except you gotta keep in mind that with Brexit, there's a little bit more going on, but again, I don't want to get into politics too much, but it's kind of an interesting analogy.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, Offworlder.
Sky ramp, huh? What's a sky ramp?
The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point.
Well, can I speak to someone in charge?
I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire ISIS garrison on you in seconds.
Just like that, huh? Well, I'm on an important mission. I need to see someone in the palace.
There's no chance of that, Offworlder. The palace is locked down tight, and only authorized personnel are allowed in.
Okay, well, who are you?
I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian War. right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such a view could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war.
Not really.
Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen.
Uh-huh. So what do you think of Vaklu, then?
General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world.
Could you tell me about the Wall?
The Wall is the barrier between Isis and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it.
So why aren't you on the Wall?
I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter.
Yeah, you don't sound very happy about that.
My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out.
Cool. Well, Western Square, huh? Oh, hello. There aren't too many shuttles coming to Aziz anymore, especially shuttles without passengers. Good friend works at the starport and noticed this. It raised some questions, and questions I've answered. You are Blanca Segunder, last of a dying breed, they say. Too difficult to fight alone, so meet some of my new employees. Bounty on your head will make me and my men extremely wealthy. This is my lucky day. Rodian? Well, I'm trying to kill you first. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing. I expected better from you, random Rodian guy. Oh, okay. I thought that might curve around. Beast Rider Thug.
A lot of credits to be made around here, if you have the right skills.
Okay.
Beasts are acting up.
Some of those alien... Go back to your ship, Pickings. Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right? I don't want to cross you.
You look like a Jedi.
Have any work that needs to be done?
Kind of.
You a writer?
Go back to your ship, off-worlder. We don't need your...
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock
Another
a variety
vendor,
of
huh?
quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Yeah. Let's get Bowder
I am 1B.
to repair, see if I can rewire you to be more helpful.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Please give me components for free.
That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix.
Request access. Market conditions change all, multiply by 0.
Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Cool. So he's selling me everything at cost now. Hey, look, it's HK chassis. We don't really need that, though. Okay. I don't actually need any of that. Once back on the Ebon Hawk, HK-47 will have enough information to be able to find the location of their factory. Okay.
This is Dagon Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here.
Okay, where is he?
A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
Okay. Could Dagon have done that?
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him. Suspicion of murder or not.
Okay. What tower?
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Okay. Well, we can break into his apartment anyways. There's a body here. Okay, not much.
Hard to keep the beasts in line nowadays.
Let's see, what is this? Cantina bouncer. No fighting or killing inside. Fancy music. Gormo. Starship captain or passenger? If I can make it a moment of your time. What do you want? Gormo, captain of Twygar, stuck in ISIS for over a week because someone stole my starport visa. Now the idiot guards won't let me pass. My crew is gonna leave without me soon. We can't afford to be docked for so long. Don't suppose you have an extra starport visa? Can I talk with you about Captain Sulio's murder? I'm in enough trouble as it is. I wasn't even there that night. Sorry if that doesn't help you. So, picked up information with Captain Riken. So let's actually, if we're gonna be able to have the ability to ask people, and it's not locked behind other things like it should be, behind a Boolean check, one would think. What are you? Oh, good. Thought it was you, Vaga Segundra, captain of the Ebon Hawk. You're a wanted criminal now. How do you know me? Exchange is quite a bounty. I'd take you alive, but I doubt I could hold a Jedi. That guy died. I doubt you could kill me. Not a good plan. A lot of bounty hunters on this planet. Bounty hunter starport visa. So we got another visa.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
No, buddy, you should probably just try to have me killed. Probably go better for you. In the long run. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, nothing. Okay.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets.
Just like that, huh? I hear you have a man named Dagon Gent in custody.
We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder.
Who got murdered?
Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
How long is Dagon gonna be questioned?
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him.
Any way I can see him?
No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously.
Alright, well, how do I eliminate him as a suspect?
I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble.
Alright, well...
Stay out of trouble.
Let's go back to the cantina now. Yeah, it's really weird how the game keeps snapping to other people's conversations, talking about, having them talk about stuff that there's no way my character could ever know that, and all that kind of junk. Instead, we get these weird, like, cryptic little sections. Broken droid. Some red goo over here. Let's go into the cantina. Oh, okay, I thought maybe I could ask him. And then let's double check with Gormo here. Yeah, there seem to be a lot of people around here that need a starport visa. To speak the truth, I don't have a fortune, but Captain's smuggling to make ends meet. Pay 500 credits if you find one. Help out another captain. Have you tried explaining your situation? No visa, no exits. Even when my entire crew came and vouched for me. Bureaucrats, I tell ya. Yeah, I only have mine and I'm using it. Without a skilled slicer, your visa wouldn't be good anyway. I need an open one. Slicer. One could strip the identification code and make it an open one. That's no doubt what happens with mine. Guard your visa with your life. You don't want to be reduced to what I am. Military limited. All travel throughout the city. Checkpoints everywhere. Rumors of war. No place for me. Okay. Pedro. I think Leku are the name of his head tentacles. Patron. Kif. What's up, Kif? Nice to see a friendly face, as this has been a hostile place for our kind lately. What do you do? Dabble mostly, a little of this, a little of that, enough to make a living, really. Try to be more vague. I could try. I prefer to keep my affairs private. I don't ask your business, and then we'll call that even. What do you know of the city? Perilous times. I've lived here for several years. I may be leaving soon. I don't need a starport visa, though. There are enough people begging for those. What do you think of the general and the queen? Faculty is short-sighted. Many wars were on ISIS before they joined the Republic, so it's also seen a great deal of growth and revenue. The whole universe is interconnected, and once you taste the marvels it brings, how can you wall yourself off? They are a curious people. Okay, well, tell me about Captain Sulio's murder. I was unfortunately here. It was inconvenient. Soldiers were asking me pointed questions, which is a big no-no in my line of business. Well, what is your line of business? I can tell you're not an authority, so let me share. I'm a slicer. That's too crass. I prefer to think of myself as an expert computer security analyst. I'm the only one in the city who's talented enough to make open starport visas from personal visas. Middle of transaction one that night. Do you know Dagon Gent? I recognize him, but that's about it. He doesn't have the qualities I'm looking for in a friendship. Do you know any reason why Dagon Gent would kill Sulio? Normally try to leave the cantina before more serious drinkers arrive. That night I was near Dagon and Sulio. Dagon was attempting what I assume was a mating advance. May not be human, but even I could tell his advances were unwanted. Sulio then started swearing at him. Many of the words I've never heard, but the ones I did understand were most impolite. Humiliation on that scale is a motive for a passionate and deadly response. Friend of a friend told me you're the guy I should talk to about adjusting starport visas. Personalized visa, you need an open one. It's a tricky process, but after many failures I mastered it, it'll cost you 500 credits. Okay, I got a sliced visa because I found that one. Are you somebody? No, you're just a waitress. Let's go in here first. Thug, 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 Panar, thug. Little hollow Twi'leks.
This room is reserved, off-worlder.
You're a swoop racer, aren't you?
I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here. So go space yourself. This room is...
Well, let's talk about Captain's murder.
If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
Just like that, huh? Do you know Dagon Gent?
I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf.
Who's Beckel?
She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Alright, cool. Thanks for being so friendly.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa.
I'm not gonna give her my one. I'm gonna give it to that lady that wanted to get out of this place, I think. Or the ship captain, one of those two. Yeah, why do you need an open starport visa?
Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it.
Okay, well, let's force persuade. I have an honest face. You will answer the question. What do you need it for?
You have an honest face. I will answer your question. I need to transport permacrete explosives for the exchange.
Jesus.
They're going to use it to take care of some competition and some local authorities.
Jeez.
Permanently. Many Jedi
Kind of
have fought
lightsaber
on this
crystal.
world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable. I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it.
Nope. Anything to say about Captain Sulia's murder?
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on.
What were you being questioned about?
Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, if she's gonna use it to hurt people, then I definitely don't want... She's definitely not my first choice.
Thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right?
You look familiar?
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle.
Sure, I remember that.
Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
Not exactly. Jedi don't serve the Republic, really.
I didn't mean any offense, but this is the first good thing that's happened to me in days. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report, but days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas.
Yeah, why is it so important if one world secedes from the Republic?
After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may follow, and that can't be allowed to happen.
Why not?
Trade between our worlds has brought economic prosperity, and people just take it for granted. All worlds are now interconnected. The Senate also smooths over differences, and is a great instrument for peace. If the Republic falls apart, 1,000 little wars born out of petty rivalries will erupt over time. Eventually, the entire galaxy could be thrown into a dark age.
Because this one planet wants to succeed?
I really can't say.
What are you doing here?
The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Izes are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
Yeah, can't you just get a visa?
My mission requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you, but I'm running out of options.
I'm not really sure about you, man. You might want to travel to Telos as well. There's a Republic representative there.
Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos.
Alright, well, let's talk about Captain Sulio's murder for the meantime.
What do you want to know about that night?
Dagon Gent is being held by authorities, and I'm trying to get him free.
Dagon Gent didn't do it.
How do you know?
Because he was with me at the time.
Why didn't you tell the authorities?
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder.
I don't suppose anybody else saw you.
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
Audio change. So he wants a open visa as well. Nico.
Nice to meet you, Sentient.
Whoa.
Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink...
Let's talk about Captain Sulio's murder.
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Well, what do you know about Dagon Gent?
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion.
Yeah, someone told me that Sulio deeply humiliated Dagon the night she was murdered. That seems like motive to me.
She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon, but the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
Well, what happened on the night of the murder, then?
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Sulio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Sulio was our friend.
Alright, well, where was the body?
Outside the door by the junkie.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Well, how do you know Dagon?
Know him.
Oh, no, okay. That's all you got? Okay, well, let's, Oh, there's not another door here. That's why. Kimtik? Come to watch the races, have you? I'm Kimtik. I own this establishment. Anything I can do to make you your visit here more pleasurable, please do not hesitate to call on me. Well, let's start with talking about Captain Sulio's murder. I was not here when it happened. I talked with the soldier in charge. 4 of our regulars talked with him. Bahima, Nico... You seem to be in a good mood. With Civil War looming close, people are looking for a distraction. I preferred swoop races. So you want the war to come? No, but if it holds itself in a pleasant looming pattern, that would be ideal. If things continue this way, projections of my accountant droid are intoxicating. If a war actually happens, wouldn't you be shut down? Perhaps, or perhaps soldiers come here. It does not matter who the patron is, as long as they buy drinks. War could rear its head at any time, but until then there's entertainment to be had for a price. Tell me about the cantina. Flourishes like a functioning outpost deep in the outer world. At a rim, business is good, race is exciting. Let's see, 100 pay for a 100 credits to race. What do I get if I win? 3-round system, each round pays different. First round pays 500, next 2,000, last 5,000. What are the rounds? First round is new, proving ground. Second round, who haven't proven themselves. Third round is the professionals. There was someone during the Jedi Civil War who quickly made it to the 3rd round in Manon, but that was a fluke. What's the competition like? Politics has made them nervous, and so people have left. Best racers, Panar, Masardar, and then Joan Rafar, local of Iziz. She is superb racing and controversial. How is she controversial? Politically inclined. She races for Vaklu. Many come here every night just for her, but both factions bring their thirst, and many credits for betting. Okay, so there's some more swoop racing that we could do here. Let's talk to Vix. Swoop, so much fun, go. Hi. Swoop? Yes, swoop. Swoop's fast. Something I can help you with? Vix always watches. That's great, Vix. I'm gonna go stand over there now. Are you a swoop racer? I don't do auto prints. I just want information. Just a few questions. Don't like reporters, and I'm not in this for fame. You want a story? I'll tell you. Credits. Racing is dicey, but it pays well. Why are racers paid so well? Because the fans pay well. More credits for management equals credits for us. Was that so painful? Keep that up and someone will take care of you permanently. If racers are caught misbehaving, we lose our racing privileges. We'll settle this on the track, smooth skin. I hope no one leaves anything volatile on the track. Jeez, buddy. I am Bahima, first-class bartender in Magnificent Cantina. Tell me about Captain Sulio's murder. It's brought me a lot of distress, an unhappy thing, and bad for the flow of commerce. What is your interest, Sentient? Dagon Gint is being questioned, and I'd like to get him free. So would I. I prize my loyal customers, and he is regular. Let me structure my memories and recall the night. Ask your questions. Okay, so you know him. Very well. Many Sentients look towards bartenders for advice. In my world, they are sometimes sought for spiritual advice. That's all you know? Where can I get extra starport visas? Only rich, powerful, or connected can get them. None of them would give it up lightly. I don't really know why I have one in the first place. You've got a lot of rough characters in here. Some of them I would never call friends, but as long as they pay and don't cause trouble, they're fine. A lot of them seem little more than thugs. That's because they are. Soldiers are too busy, so this part gets more wild by the day. What can I do to help? Don't do anything that can make it worse. I'm happy to let it stand. What do you know about ISIS? Only center of civilization on Onderon. Many beasts and hardships. What's changed recently? Cantina was built by Offworlders. Offworlders brought them a lot of wars, and many wish to return. Ah, crack. What's up, genre? Share a drink to General Vaklu. My name is Genre Far. Sure, I'll take a drink. I'm Blaka Sagundar. Do not support the struggle. What struggle? To free ourselves from the warmongering republic. I didn't know Onderon was conquered. We joined the military, we joined the Republic willingly, but we keep suffer, and we want peace. Oh, excuse me. Had to sneeze there, and I actually got to turn the mic off. Surely the Republic has saved you from an even worse fate. Sith used to leave us alone. If the Sith conquered the Republic, what hope would there have been for a planet such as yours? We've already fought in 2 wars, that's not what I call safe. Come back when you're more enlightened. What do you think of the other racers? Panar's a thug and Massadar. Okay. What about the swoop track? Difficult, but not the degree of Nar Shaddad's. Here at least we race in the same direction as everyone else. Track basically runs through cave and ruins, difficult part when you cannot see where you're going. What do you mean? Most swoop tracks are flat, no visibility, and a problem. And as is, the track changes its elevation. Okay. Well, nobody here seems to really have a whole lot to say. Let's go check out that crime scene. Let's see if we can't get this investigation over with. There's a garbage pile here. Trash heap, the only thing you find is dried blood when she was killed. Maybe there's something else in the area. There's a broken droid. Serving droid still clutching its tray, heavily scavenged, and the head is missing.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
Let's go back inside the cantina. See if we can't talk to anybody about a droid. Let me hold on to mine for now. Okay, he won't let me question him. I found a broken serving droid. They're sadly vandalized all the time now. Probably one of Bahima's serving droids keeps losing them, a source of displeasure for him. It's possible that the droid saw something. Did you find the head? The memory core is located there in that model. No, it was missing. Without a head, I can't do anything. If you do find the head, I'll work on it. Let's see. You're missing a droid. Broken serving droid outside. SOD3. Third serving droid I've had this month. I hired a human to do the job. She's not good, but at least she won't be stolen or destroyed as easily. What keeps happening to them? Area keeps becoming more dangerous. Vandalism and robbery are common. Droids keep being stolen. Why didn't you mention this before? I didn't know it would interest you. He was found near the body. Given to understand, Nico would know more about that. Okay, Nico.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm. Foul business, that it.
I found a broken serving droid by the murder scene.
That would be Behemoth's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering.
So what happened to it?
Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3.
Some scavengers, huh? Do you remember who?
No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Alright, I'll be going. So some scavengers took the head.
Good to see you. What?
I suppose you guys are scavengers.
This room is reserved. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
Just like that, huh?
I know his face, that's about it.
Well, I found a broken serving droid.
That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were.
Any idea which scavenger got it?
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though.
Where?
That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have...
Okay. Thanks for the advice. Let's go out and check with that droid.
Greetings, Master.
Do you have any spare parts from one of Behemoth's serving
Entity
droids?
Behemoth unknown. I have many serving droid parts.
I want to buy those parts.
The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits.
Okay.
Thank you for...
Kif and the Cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
This might not have been the best pairing. I'm just realizing he'll probably get mad if we help the Republic, and he'll probably love it if we help the Republic. I think the most pressing thing that needs a starport visa is this guy, though.
Good to see you again.
So let's go ahead and, I managed to get an open starport visa.
I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks.
Here you go.
You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
Oh, maybe I should have held on to that.
I wonder what his mission was. I think he may have helped the Republic considerably.
Influence gained with Bowder. Oh hey, I didn't lose it with Mandalore.
Do you have a visa yet?
I needed to talk to you. I have the remains of the serving droid. What can you get me from it? Give me a minute or two. Let's take a look at his last feed.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
That looks like a beast rider. Killer came from the marketplace. Show it to Nico. Whew. Lots of running between people here.
Welcome back. My deck is still foul business.
Let's show his transmission.
If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Yeah, let's...
Nico, is it? And the Offworlder. What brings the two of you here?
I don't think Dagon Gent could have killed Captain Sulio.
That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
Nico can explain.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
Hello.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive.
Yeah, they weren't fighting. The regulars can vouch for that.
Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
Others can confirm they were good friends, buddy. They were friends. Sometimes friends tease each other. They took it to an extreme.
You expect me to believe...
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima, the bartender, can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, there were also other people. Salvagers are stripping the serving droid within a minute or two.
So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi.
He came from his office, but a recording of the murder shows that the shot came from the opposite direction.
Recording? And I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
Okay.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down.
Boop, boop.
That's no small feat.
Just, pop out of existence there. Major seemed particularly unwilling to believe Dagon was innocent.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as other investigators.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you and Mandalore one.
Like that, why were you locked up?
Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. I just happened to be too close when she got dead. Real shame. She wasn't bad to look at, and she could drink.
Any idea who killed her?
No, and at this point, I don't care. Just glad to be free.
Obviously weren't that good of friends if you don't care.
She's dead now. Not like finding whoever did it will bring her back. I deal with death all the time. We all end up like her eventually.
That's very fatalist. How do you know Mandalore?
We go way back. Way before he became Mandalore. In my experience, Mandalorians always know about the doctors around. For some strange reason, they keep getting into scrapes. You want to know more? Ask him yourself.
Alright, well, this place looks like a mess. Must have been looted.
Yeah, it was. Although it looked pretty much like this to begin with.
It wasn't me. Thought a doctor's office would be more sterile.
Little dirt never killed anyone. Well, maybe a few people. But they didn't pay too well, so they got what they deserve. I give my customers a menu of options. If they go for the deluxe, I'll clean up the place and put on a new smock. Otherwise, they knew the risks.
Really? Why not call them patients?
Patients, customers, idiotic hut spawn, call them what you like. Most doctors tell you that they get into the business to save lives. Most of them are flaming liars. At least I'll tell you the truth. I'm in it for the credits. Like what?
Alright, well, let's see. I need to get in touch with someone from the palace.
Not many people can help you out with that. There've been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hut's vault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with?
Who's trying to kill the queen?
Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaklu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight.
Alright, well, I'm trying to get in touch with a Jedi.
A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is.
Alright, who do you think it is?
I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one.
Alright, well, can you get me in touch with someone or not?
There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisk has the procedure.
Alright, well, who has them?
The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Alright. Oh, he gave us a double-bladed lightsaber. I already got one. Cha-cha. Okay, so...
Have you found the encrypted holodisk yet?
Hello.
I doubt that Mikkel is smart enough to realize how valuable.
It's a little weird that,
Have you found the...
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're right just about at 2 hours, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try swoop racing. And then we'll call it quits. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. I want to race. Okay, he wants 100 credits. Ready to race. Here you go. First round, beat Penar's time of 55:01. If you manage to beat it, you can compete against the professionals. 55:01. Oh, you move faster when you're in there. You move left and right faster when you're in there. I do not remember this at all. It's entirely possible I never really did much of this. Ooh. Oh no. Ooh. I can't... Can I just go over those? I don't need to jump? Oh. Okay! So we failed, but not by much. Now that I know I don't have to jump over those, I just have to be in the middle. But alright, like I said, we're gonna call it quits there. We will finish this planet next time. We'll start off with the swoop racing, and then do everything else, and then actually hopefully that'll be enough to finish it next time. And then we will talk to everybody on the ship after that and make sure we have progressed everything that needs to be progressed. Do our after planet cleanup. But alright, like I said, if you're watching me on YouTube, go over to Twitch. And if you're on Twitch, go over to find me on YouTube. It's NegPrimer either way. On YouTube, I'm trying to play every game on my Steam, GOG, Origin, everything else library. Even my Xbox and my PS4 library, which are the going's a little slower on those because the fact I don't really have a mic for those. I just have this headset, which gets complicated. But at any rate, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see ya on the next episode.